What's going on, everyone? Um, we're going to do two books from the books of the Ethiopian Bible today. I am going in chronological order with my live streams, but when it comes to doing astrotheology work separately from that, today we're doing Addition to Esther and the Wisdom of Solomon. Now, they're both not very long, and instead of breaking it down chapter by chapter, because they are so short, what I have done is I've combined the two together, and I've made just one slide to basically break down the astrotheology in the entire thing. I mean, the addition to Esther is 5 pages long, and the Wisdom of Solomon is only about 10, maybe 15 pages. It's not very long at all. So let's go ahead and share and basically do this. So this is the additions to Esther. So let's start. Aries is the ram, and in Aries you have March 21st, which is the spring equinox. It's a 12-hour day and a 12-hour night. It's also the Passover, and we've talked about the 3 different types of Passovers. The astrological Passover is when the sun's going to pass over the equator, start to make its way back to its height in the summer solstice. In Christianity, the passing over is changed, and it's called the resurrection of God's Son. In the Jewish Passover is when the angel of death passes over all the houses in Egypt, and every single house that doesn't have the lamb's blood smeared on their doorpost, identifying them as the people of Aries, because lamb is a baby ram. The Jews are the people of Aries, whereas the Egyptians are the people of Taurus. Their firstborn sons get killed. So that's basically the story. So when you hear ram, lamb, shepherd, or ram's horn, that's Aries. Taurus is the bull, and when you look at the sky and you see Taurus during the, so basically as above, so below. You see the bull in the sky, you put the plow and the bull on earth. So you can plant the seeds so you can harvest in Virgo and Libra. So whenever you hear bull, ox, calf, or cow being the female bull, you're talking about Taurus. Gemini is the twins. It's the story of Castor and Pollux Troy, whose sister was Helen of Troy. It's the story of Achilles. So whenever you hear twins or brothers, that's Gemini. Cancer is the crab, and it's the sideways moving creature. Just as the sun rises a degree on its axis starting on December 25th, it stops on June 21st. Then for 3 days it rises to the same degree, moving sideways. Then on June 25th it lowers a degree, and then lowers a degree every day till it hits the winter solstice, which is December 21st. And it moves sideways for 3 days, and then it comes back to life December 25th. That's why all the ancient people, or all the ancient gods, were born on December 25th, I should say. So whenever you hear crab or beetle, that's Cancer. Leo is the king. He's the lion. He's the king of the jungle, or the king of the savannah. The ruling planet of Leo is actually the sun. So whenever you hear lion, lioness, or cub, that's talking about Leo. Virgo is the woman holding the wheat stalk. So remember before when we said that you plant in Taurus? Well, the virgins would cultivate the wheat in Virgo in order to make the bread for the year. So whenever you hear virgin, wheat, grain, seed, barley, corn, all grainy things that are harvested during the harvest season in the Northern Hemisphere 2,000 years ago was during the season of Virgo. Libra is the justice, the scales, the balance, the just one. The reason it's the justice is because it judges God's sun as it passes over the fall equinox and begins its descent into winter, into cold, into death. The Jews always celebrate the new year around the fall equinox. Libra is also wine season, which when you planted for the grapes in Taurus, you could press the wine here. So it's also olive oil season. All law-related things, all wine-related things, and all olive-related things are Libra. Scorpio is the scorpion. He is the betrayer. When a scorpion bites you, or stings you, or attacks you, it leaves an imprint in your skin that looks like a pair of lips, and it's why the mafia has the kiss of death. And it's why Jesus was betrayed by Judas with a kiss. So the sun is judged in Libra. It's betrayed in Scorpio. Finally, in Sagittarius, this is where the bow and the arrow shoot the sun. and inflict further punishment on the sun, killing it. Why? Because this is where the sun dies. Because on December 21st, the sun is at its lowest point. It cannot rise any lower. It's dead. It's the dead of winter. It remains at that lowest level for 3 days, which is why Jesus was dead for 3 days. When on December 25th, or the birth of God's son, it rises another degree and starts to make its way back up to the top. So whenever you hear horse, bow and arrow, spear, or horseman, that's Sagittarius. Finally, you have Capricorn, who's the goat. Well, not finally, but you have Capricorn, who's the goat, because he likes to climb the mountain. And if you look at the Zodiac wheel on the right, you'll see Capricorn starts at the bottom. So put a sun at the bottom and start walking it alongside the Zodiac wheel to the left, going up a degree a day, up to its height in Cancer, the summer solstice. It starts the great climb up the mountain in Capricorn. Aquarius is the sign of the man with the water pitcher. So whenever you hear son of man, man, baptism, water pitcher, fountain, stream, river, pond, lake, ocean, sea. Again, Aquarius is the sign of the man, Virgo is the sign of the woman. Baptism, because this is how you baptize someone. All you have to do is just put a baby under there or a confused older man. Doesn't matter. And that's a baptism. Water pitcher, because this is a water pitcher. Fountain, because all the Greek fountains looked like this because of this story. And all the water bodies. Whereas Pisces, which is not here for some reason, but Pisces is the mutable sign of the two fish in the water. So that's a water sign too. So let's just jump right into it. This is the addition to the book of Esther. So let's start. Again, these are not long at all, guys. We're almost done already, just by going through the 12 signs. But it's important to break down every single book to show the pattern in all of them. So, a little fountain became a river, and the two dragons are I and Ammon, and day of judgment before God among all nations. And behold, two dragons came forth to fight. Give me eloquent speech in my mouth before the lion, and always judging things. So, the fountain is Aquarius, became a river, which is Pisces. Those are connecting signs. The two dragons are Draco, which is from Aries to Sagittarius. The judgment is Libra. The lion is Leo. Judging things is Libra. So Aquarius and Pisces are connecting signs. Aries and Sagittarius, Aries to Sagittarius, are 5 signs in a row. Aries and Libra are opposing signs. Libra and Aries, again, are opposing signs. The wisdom of Solomon. So what you guys need to know first, this is Solomon's temple. This is a blueprint. And at the bottom, they have the cubits, so they show you this size. And all you got to do is convert it, but they show you the size. But let's talk about this real quick. This is a view from Solomon's temple from above. It's important to note that Solomon is not a name of a person. It's a combination of 3 words for the sun. Sol, or sun in Latin. Om, which is the sun, which is the light of the syllable Om, as advised in the Upanishads. And On was the city of light, or Heliopolis, in Greece. Sol, Om, On. And again, On was the city of light. That's where you went to get enlightened, which is why when you go into a room to get light, you have to turn the lights on, because that survived. Sol, Om, On. Now, this was created using sex magic. So what happens when I take this and I rotate it 90 degrees? You'll really be able to see it. I'm helping you out a little bit, guys. Again, it's hard to build something like this, but this is what it is. This is a penis entering a vagina. This is sex magic. Yakin and Boaz represent the testicles from this view. The porch is the base of the penis, the holy place is the shaft, and the Holy of Holies is the head. The ark, or the hole of the penis, is where the DNA/information/Torah is stored. The store chambers represent the female womb, and the 2 entrances to them represent the fallopian tube. Check it out. So, wisdom of Solomon. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments. Let our strength be the law of justice. And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, or like as when an arrow is shot, He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. For a sharp judgment shall be to them. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, the ending, and the midst of times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons, the circuits of years, and the positions of the stars. The judge is Libra, the wine is Libra, the ointment, which would be oil, which is Libra, the law is Libra. This is mostly Libra, guys, but the ship is a constellation called Argo, which spans from Cancer to Scorpio. It's seen as going from Cancer to Scorpio, and then it looks like it's riding the Milky Way galaxy, whose center is in Sagittarius. This spawned the story of Jason and the Argonauts. It's also the story of Noah's Ark, riding the water in the Milky Way galaxy. The arrow is Sagittarius, the judgment again is Libra. So guys, those are the two books. They're very short. I've done some other short books, like the book of Ruth, for example, in the Bible. Some books are very short, but I wanted to get these two out there. So I will see you for the live tonight.